It's a very big change, particularly for the American side. What happens with the Chrysler brand? Some people are saying this is sort of the slow bringing down of the curve. What do you say about where it's going?
I say it's a misperception. In fact, we are now preparing the industrialization of the first Chrysler of the brand Rebound. So, of course, we have to manage the transition, which I think we are doing quite nicely with Mrs. Phil. And we are preparing for the next step. So the cars have been selected, they're now being engineered and very soon industrialized. So I don't think we should call for bad news when there are no bad news.
So you say cars plural. We know about the airflow or some variation of it. You're saying that there will be numerous, or at least more than one.
Sure. You cannot rebound with a brand with one single model, right? So there will be a few, and then we will assess the situation, make sure that we got it right, and if not, we will correct. But of course, we are rebounding with Chrysler, as we are right now rebounding, by the way, with Alfa Romeo. A very strong rebound in terms of not only the business model, but also the electrification, the new tonale. We do the same thing with Dodge. There is one problem that Stellantis does not have.
Which is?
Product. At Stellantis, you have such a large amount of people who are totally passionate about brands and product and technology. This is the only problem I do not have. And I just have to watch the show, support the people, give them my piece of advice. But I'm very, very confident on product and technology.
One last question from me. You used the word, you said we will have to correct if the initial run of products for Chrysler doesn't work out. What do you mean by correct?
What I mean is that everybody expects from us that we clarify the brand positioning. Among the 14 iconic brands of Stellantis, some brands are naturally already super clear in their positioning, like Jeep, for instance, on the Freedom, like Ram on Work. So when the position is already very clear, you just need to reinforce it, but you are already there. We know that Chrysler has been going in very different positions in the past. So we need to select what is the right position of the brand, and then check that when we launch the product, we get the imagery in the mind of consumers which is consistent with what we would like them to see in the brand.
What is that?
That's what the brand CEO will tell you. She will explain to you much better than I do. But I think it's important that we recognize that the rebound of Chrysler will need a reposition of the brand. And of course, a repositioning of the brand is something that you need, of course, then to check if you got it right, and as very naturally will correct if we need to. So far, we don't know.